just in time for Valentine's. It's back on our tellies tonight. First Dates Ireland will be on RT2 tonight, and the first episode of the six seasons of the show, and still going strong, although it's a little bit different this time. Matteo, is it Saina? I need to pronounce your name properly, dude. Matteo.
No.
Hey, Matteo.
You did it right. You did it right, Ray. This Saina, yeah, you did it right. Good morning, everybody.
Sir. How are things? Good morning.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning. How are you keeping, guys?
Is this early for you? Because I know in the restaurant trade, you're more night owls than you are early birds.
Yeah. You guessed it right. Yeah, I'm a late bird, more or less. Yeah, but I try to get up early just to do something with the day, because I have to figure out what to do with myself. So I'm getting up early nowadays. Yeah.
Good to get up and catch the worm, or
yeah, definitely do something with the day. But nowadays you have to find something to do nowadays,
Yeah, and stay occupied. And I suppose, the show is keeping you busy, or at least filming of the program. If you're not actually in a restaurant, or restaurants aren't open, I guess for you it's been a good thing to get engaged and keep you busy.
Yeah. You see, we were very lucky. We were one of, let's call it, chosen productions to do this production, just because of the restrictions and everything.
Yeah.
And we did it in between first and second. And the last day of the last day of the second lockdown, we just filmed it. And next day was everything closed. So we were very lucky to do all of this.
Well, you just squeezed it in just in time for the production.
Yeah. Next day everything was closed. It was full lockdown next day, so we were very lucky.
So you're the maitre d' on the first date show. We're well aware of you, are familiar with you at this stage. Is it a very different gig for you this time? Like, do you have to wear a mask? Do you have to wear gloves? Have you got the full PPE on? Do you have a robe on?
Yeah. Well, we were kind of trained in our regular jobs, because all of us were working this industry.
Of course,
all of us on the floor, So we kind of knew procedures for us. So it wasn't a big shock. We just had to wear the mask and keep our distance, which we trained in our regular jobs. And then when we came to the show, it was pretty easy. So what we had to do is just put daters at ease and make them feel comfortable, and then they would walk in with a mask. I would welcome them over there, the usual shebang, just without half pipe and without touching, and then I would bring them to the bar, and then they're able to take off the mask. And what we did on the bar, we just kept 2-meter distance with the chairs. Ethan was also a little bit more in the background, and that was it. The rest was more or less the same,
Usual show.
So after. Yeah. Plus, we did also the larger tables, so the tables also 2-meter distance, So everything was, I would say, in their eyes, it was same with a little bit more distance. That's all,
Yeah, that's cool. Do you know what? I think it's a fantastic idea. And there's this kind of weird thing with lockdown, that certainly in the early days of lockdown, or this time last year, that you turn on the telly and in no way did what was on the screen reflect what was happening in real life, because it was all filmed previously. Whereas now, at least, your show shows how it can be done, how restaurants can and do operate when they're opened up, that it can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? This, like you said before, season 6, and I'm also thinking for a second when I hear 6 season, wow, did we really make it to the season 6? But we do keep on going, because the Coco Content TV, they're really, really good with the production, and the show itself. You're not trying to sell anything. You just we all love to see people how react in this kind of moment. So we don't have to do too much for the show to be watched. We just have to put them at ease and leave a bit of production to put the makeup on top, and that's it.
That's it.
So show works for itself, I would say, at this stage.
All right, about the show itself then, there's been loads of coverage this week about Hughie Mahan. He was previously in Big Brother, wasn't he? Big Brother?
Big Brother, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he makes an appearance. Does Hughie find love, or can you tell us anything?
You know what? Hughie, I can tell you this, Hughie was loud.
I was loud, yeah.
I can tell you so much. But he was cool, he's a character, I don't mind characters. All my life I'm working in this environment where you have 1,000 characters, and he's one of those. I don't mind these kind of people, and I actually have fun with them. They bright up the room. If you're not too much into your ego, you're gonna be able to absorb that and enjoy the ride with this kind of characters. So I don't mind that. I had fun with it, to be honest.
I probably took the same view that a lot of us would, which is like, I haven't been out in nearly a year, and when you're out, you're out. We're going to have a good time. And any other love stories you can tell us about, or even about tonight, because that's the first one back on.
You know what? I just seen the small bit, and I really, really liked it, to be honest. We had some lovely stories. We had a lovely girl. Where should I start and what can I say? Okay, we had one of the sisters, not for this show, but we had one of the twin sisters from last season coming back.
All right.
For today's show, we're gonna have one lovely gentleman character who had an accident when he was a little bit younger, and then he had a slight brain damage. I'm not sure how severe it was, but he was recovering for many years, and he came back. That was his first date, if I remember right, after 14 years. To be honest, that brought a tear to my eye for a second. That was one of those, you know.
It's great to see you back on the telly again, and it's great to see stuff being made and stuff that shows what's going on in the world in real life. And we wish you well. We wish you well.
Thank you, Ray.
And fingers crossed restaurants can open up again sooner rather than later, because we all want to go out again, man.
We need a sip. We need a sip, all right?
In the meantime, we'll stick on RTE2 tonight, First Dates Ireland. Matteo, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers, man. All the best. Stay safe.
All the best.
Breakfast
on Red FM.